So this video was actually going to be from 0 to 5 kilometers, my journey going from no running or no jogging for over 20 years to building up to my first 5 kilometer jog. But it turns out I can jog 5 kilometers. So in May, I know it's a few months ago, it's September now. In May, I went to the local track just to see if I could actually jog 5 kilometers because I've lost a significant amount of weight, about 47 kilos now. So I wasn't actually sure. I haven't done any running or jogging for 20 plus years. Went to the track and I was able to do 5 kilometers consecutively without stopping. And I did that in 30 minutes and 7 seconds. So then I started looking up what the average times were, what my previous park runs had been where I walked. And then I've decided, well, instead of doing a 0 to 5K, I'm going to do a weekly series to see how much I can increase my 5 kilometer time, or rather decrease. That's why I said increase. Improve it, if you will. Make the time faster. So I was looking at my park run statistics, and the fastest park run I'd ever done was 42 minutes and 54 seconds. That had a little bit of jogging in it. And my average was 51.46, and my best age grading was 30.92%. The last one I'd actually done was in June 2023, and that was 50 minutes and 8 seconds. So it'd been 2 years since I'd done one. I've been doing a bit of walking, hiking and rucking. Last year I did the 40 kilometer Surf Coast trek in 8 hours and 16 minutes. And then earlier this year in April, I did the 26 kilometer Surf Coast trek in 3 hours and 32 minutes. So a lot quicker pace. And I actually come in equal third time-wise on that one. So my Garmin was saying that I could do a 5K in about 32 minutes. And then I think after one of my big hikes, it dropped to about 26 minutes. And then a week after that, it was up to about 29 minutes. And this was about when I did this first time trial in May. And I ended up 30 minutes and 7 seconds. And then last month, or probably the month before now, the 13th of July, I went to the track again, local athletic track, and I did a 5 kilometer in 27 minutes and 48 seconds. So I'm like, okay, that's about 2 minutes faster than a couple months beforehand. So what I'm going to do, I've gone to like a running website and had a look at the average times, or what times they recommend per level, like skill level, for someone my age. So I'm 42, 43 early next year. So I've based this on an age of 40. So it's got a graph with the different ages. So it reckons that at age 40, a beginner 5K is 33 minutes and 9 seconds. Novice is 27.43. Intermediate is 23.43. Advanced is 20.46. Elite 40-year-old runners do it in 18.36, and the world record is 13.32. What's interesting, I noticed that from the age of about 15 to 35, once you are older than 35, you actually can't beat the best 15-year-old in the world, interestingly. So you obviously, as you get older, you get slower. We all know that. But yeah, up to about 35, you can still compete at the world record level with a 15-year-old. But beyond that, it seems that the times start to drop off. So I'm at 27.48, which puts me just slightly faster than the novice level. The next level up would be intermediate, 23.43. So that's a full 4 minutes faster than my previous time, which is a fair bit. What's that? It's almost a minute, a kilometer. So I reckon we aim about that. If I could get under 24 minutes and get to that intermediate level, I mean, the stretch goal would be probably to try and get faster than the intermediate, so faster than 23.43. If we could get faster than 23.43 in the next, 5, 6, 7 weeks, that would be unreal. So what I've done, I've gone and looked at the ways to improve the speed. So I'm essentially going to do 3 things a week. And the way we break this down is there's intervals, there's a tempo run, and then a long run. So the intervals is speed and VO2 max. It includes a little easy jog warm-up with some drills, some high knees, some skips and strides. And then it's got a main set of 6 to 8 400 meters at 3 to 5 kilometer pace. And then with some jogging or walking for about a minute and a half in between, and then a cool down jog. And then the progression is to add more reps or shorten the recovery every 2 to 3 weeks. The tempo run, a warm-up jog, and then a main set of 20 to 25 minutes at comfortably hard, around 10K pace or slower. Should feel controlled, but not conversational. And then a 10-minute cool down. Now, I might not be able to do some of these still. I might not be at that level yet to run at those certain paces. So I'll do my best to stick to kind of the format for that particular day's training. And then the long run endurance base. So warm up for 5-10 minutes, easy jog, 45 to 70 minutes at easy conversational pace, zone 2 heart rate. And then optional is the last 5 to 10 minutes at a steady tempo pace for a fast finish. And then the progression for that one is to add 5 minutes per week and cap it at around 70 to 80 minutes. And for the tempo one, the progression was to build up to 30 minutes tempo. So I'm going to try and get these in each week. I'm probably not going to be able to get them in every week, depending on work and, family life. I've got a toddler. But this morning I went out with my dogs before work, and I did 5 kilometers in just over 40 minutes. I think the pace was just under 8 minutes a kilometer. So I think I walked for about a kilometer, and then I jogged around the oval twice for another kilometer jogging, and then I walked another lap, and then which is about 560 meters, and then I jogged 2 more laps, so another kilometer jogging, and then I did another lap and then walked home. So that was 5 kilometers in just under 40 minutes, which is obviously slower than the previous 2 ones, but they were at the track and they were jogging the whole time. So that's going to be the goal. I'm going to be putting out a weekly update video on what training I did that week and how I'm progressing towards improving this time. And then maybe every 2 weeks, we'll try and do like a track session, maybe every 3 weeks track session, just to see where we're at and see if we can get a PR and how much we can get this time down over the weeks. So yeah, 5 kilometer time trials, seeing if we can get down into the intermediate level or better over the next several weeks. Okay, I'm just out. It's like 6:30 in the morning. Had to go for a little bit of a jog. It's technically going to be like a long jog day. Haven't really hit all the 3 sessions exactly as described this week, but it's the first week. I'm still getting into the swing of it. This morning is just going to be some slow jogging, maybe, I don't know, K or 2. See how it goes. Freezing. I didn't bring my gloves. It's like 5 or 6 degrees. Haven't got a beanie on. I've only just woken up, but I'll do a few laps of the oval, and yeah, slow pace. See how I go, and then go start work. Going pretty slow. My heart rate was sitting in the 140s, mid 140s. So trying to slow it down a little bit. It's down to 139. It was bouncing up into threshold 150. So just trying to slow it down. I'm on my 3rd lap now. See how we go. Okay, just started lap 6. This will be the last jogging lap. That'll put me at about 3.5 kilometers. It's just bloody cold. My hands are freezing. Should have worn some gloves. I find that the hardest thing when you haven't run before, when you haven't been a runner and you've still got a little bit of excess weight, is actually keeping the heart rate down. It's quite easy if you just push that tiny little bit extra, or you're not paying attention to your breathing, that you end up in threshold, for me anyway. So I managed a couple laps ago to get it down to about 130, sitting at 135 at the moment, but it did creep up to about 140 again. I think my max is about 185. Have a decent max. I know some people naturally have low maxes. I think during the trek earlier this year, I got up to about 187, 188 or something for a while. But yeah, this will be about 3.5 Ks, 6 laps. 1 lap's about 560. I measured it out the other day, so we'll finish up this lap and then walk home, and it'll probably be about 4 or 5 Ks, 4.5 Ks all up. Time wise, how long have I been going? 26 minutes, so it'll be about 23 minutes of jogging. I think it's supposed to do about 40 today, but like I said, it's pretty cold, and that's all we're getting this morning. I might take a dog for a walk later. I'll finish this lap
and then head home, and I'll chat to you later. Okay, so towards the latter half of lap 6, my heart rate actually kind of settled down to like mid 120s. So I've pushed on. I've just started lap 8 now. This will be the last lap. Heart rate sitting at 128 right now. It's not too bad, but it's still bloody cold, so I'll finish up this lap and then I'll head home. I've got to start work anyway, so. But that'll be a bit over 4 kilometres jogged. Time, I'm not sure, but a bit more than last time. So yeah, by the time I get home, I'll have clocked over 5Ks, say, with a little walk here. About 470 I think it is to get here, 470 back. So it'll be just over 4Ks jogging. Yeah, that'll be the jogging effort for today. And yeah, this time I'll see you when I get home.
Okay, so that's week 1 down. Did 29 Ks for the week. Didn't exactly follow the training plan. We'll see how we go week to week. Finding it is a little bit hard to do some of these. I'm obviously still beginning. Not able to run that fast, still have some excess weight. But I'll break down the week for you. So I did a 5.05 walk jog with the dog, 40 minutes and 2 seconds. So that's a 7:56 kilometer pace. 3.28 dog walk with the wife and son, 45 minutes as just a slow one. 2.49 kilometer walk carrying my son, who weighs 10 kilos. So that was 12:55 pace. 4.9 kilometer walk jog with the dog, 41:03, which is an 8:22 kilometer pace. Then I did an 8 kilometer hike, carrying my son in a carrier, an hour and 33 minutes. And then this morning, I did a 5.4K with about 5 kilometers of that jogging, 38 minutes, 59 seconds for a 7:10 pace. So that's week 1 down. Maybe in the next week or 2, I'll try and do a track trial and see where my current 5 kilometer is at. But that's week 1. Any tips you've got that I can take on board to try and improve my 5 kilometer time? Stuff you've done? Are you working on a new run at the moment? 10K, 5K, half marathon? What are you working on? Love to hear from you, and anything that would help me improve my time. I'll see you next week. Cheers.